ready to record for Libra for July 2025. And because I am on a yoga retreat and I was gifted this deck of cards a couple of months ago, I've brought them along with me to use, perhaps to inspire these readings a little, but I also am going to donate them to the volunteers here at the yoga center. So this yoga center is based on traditional yoga practices and principles, and they give service by volunteering for 5 months or 4 months or more to learn all about the theories and religion aspects as well. So I think this is the one that I'm drawn to, even though Ganesh always calls my name, Lamp of Knowledge. Alright, so for Libra, for July, the Lamp of Knowledge. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the intelligence by which they can attain me. Out of compassion for them, dwelling in their hearts, I destroy the darkness of ignorance with the lamp of knowledge. Okay, so hopefully that can act as a little bit of guidance for you through this reading, Libra. So today, doing the jumping out, overdressed. So using the numerical spread that I created for this deck of cards that I've made, this oracle deck called Numer Oracle, based on sort of oracle and numerology and my understandings of tarot. So let's go. Okay, so with this, where's your head at? Where's your body at? Head and body. Head and body. Then going down to the root of it all, the deeper understanding, the extended knowledge, or the behind the scenes. Alright, so let's see if I can get any of this into frame, because I have not yet mastered the art of having a right height. I'm sort of stymied by my setup here and at home. I am no photographer. Okay, here we go. So in the beginning of the month, quite interesting here, you've got the Visionary Master, which is the first card in the Psychic Master deck. It represents the Psychic Master or Visionary Master, which is what I've called it. And the Visionary Master is about intuition, insight, enlightenment, inspiration, and heightened sensitivity. And the color is represented by blue. So you've got some blues here, a lot of greens, and 1 red or 2 reds at the end. Great card to have, the Loving Master. So you start the month in Visionary Master mode, and you end the month in the Loving Master mode, or the Master Teacher mode, to hear us about ourselves. So Visionary Master, I would suggest that you are aware, sort of captured by these eyes. You're aware of something more. You maybe haven't nailed it down because you're still looking. You, in your head, are seeking this information. It's a number 7, so it's being spiritual and analytical and sort of engaging in a mystery. You're looking for data, you're looking for information, you're looking for truth. And it's very practical because it comes from the Creative Master suit. So that's where your head's at. You're being very practical. You're trying to find knowledge and data. And it's because, I suppose, in your day-to-day, you feel like there is this element of mystery and that you're trying to get that enlightenment, trying to work it out. What is the thing? And the root of all of this, and maybe the reason why you're still seeking and haven't got anywhere, is because there is an element of denial, an element of choosing not to see. Sorry, this is probably not in shot. Choosing not to see. You have your head in the sand or your head in the clouds. So there is this definite element of being sort of slowed up or stopped. And being both psychic cards, I would suggest that there's something you're refusing to see or acknowledge. Maybe it's spiritual, maybe it's something esoteric kind of thing, or maybe it's just a denial of truth, a denial of knowledge. And I'm getting a feeling of refusing to engage with the outer realms. So perhaps you're just one of those people like my partner who's like, nah, everything's black and white. There are no gods. There are no entities. You know, perhaps you're sort of stuck in that realm, but it's sort of saying to you, look deeper, get your head out of the clouds, and maybe you'll be able to move forward with some more profound and more intuitive knowledge. Moving to the middle of the month, it's saying, yeah, look, dive right into it all. Once you sort of take your head out of the sand, look at all those blues that you move into. Dive into it. Celebrate your wins. Dive right into your successes. Dive right into new experiences based on new knowledge and new information. You're feeling quite safe with what you've learnt and discovered, so enjoy it. It's secure. You can relish in it. We've got 2s and 6s, so 2s are about balance and duality and sensitivity, and your 6s are about love and balance and responsibility. And then you come down to the 8, where the root of all of this is that you're climbing out or climbing up. I get the feeling of climbing up to a new direction. And if I look, we've got 7, 8, and 9. So you're almost completing the creative master or the master builder set in a way. So the middle of the month sees you relishing in your accomplishments and in the climb. You're actually kind of enjoying this final process, or enjoying nutting out this new knowledge that you've learned. It's enjoyable. Yeah, I get that feeling of accomplishment. The end of the month, where your head's at, you feel perhaps either something is evading you, like you can't see it, or that you do need to retreat just for a bit and recalibrate. We've got the 2 6s here at the same sort of space, so perhaps the month is all about being I think family and responsible and compassionate. End of the month sees you feeling pretty good with this new information that you allowed yourself to see. You allowed yourself to see by taking your head out of the clouds and head out of the sand. You allowed yourself to see something that maybe is an intuitive piece of knowledge, a lamp of knowledge. Woohoo, this card's making sense. Something is highlighted here. There's a glow on, and once you activate that and access that, and you're going to really enjoy being in it. You're going to enjoy working through it. You're going to enjoy the climb, the challenge, and you're also going to enjoy the results because it feels good, it feels right, it feels secure, and the security continues. At the end of the month, you are feeling quite evolved, I guess, in a way. You surprise yourself, though you do feel in somewhat that you're maybe living in your own reality. Perhaps there's a big contrast between your inner self and your outer self, but it's going back to love. And the root of all of the month is that you're about to head into a new cycle. From this stage, I would suggest that you're going to move out of the establishing the psychic master stage into the creative master builder kind of stage, and then from that will come love. From that will come self-respect, self-love. But there is an element, you are thinking in your head, am I delusional? Am I, just thinking the grass is always green on the other side? Am I avoiding the harsh reality of the concrete jungle? So there's a lot to be said there, but there is some knowledge that's going to come your way because you're going to open up your eyes and look for it. You're going to take your head out of the sand, and you're really going to tune in and trust your gut. Middle of the month, because you did all this, you're going to feel secure and safe. You're anchored in here. You're safe, you're secured, and it lets you go with the flow. It lets you dive right in and enjoy the simple things like a nice warm bath or butterflies. The end of the month, though, is a little bit unresolved. I can't really tease it out. It's okay. I'm not worried about you. The only card that's kind of giving me nothing and not enough is this one here. So you're going to walk into the light. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are going to move forward, and it is with love and compassion, and it's a really awesome card. But this one here, I'm not so sure about. So let's have a crack at it. So for Libra, tell us about the middle row and the 6. Hide and seek. Yeah, cool. Okay. Easy peasy. So, High Priestess, very similar to the Visionary Master, Psychic Master. There's that whole element of unknown. It's that headspace. It's that intuitiveness, that mystery. She doesn't reveal all. She has the power of the tarot in her hands. You know, behind her, the dualities, and you've got the prosperity of the fruits. So I would say that definitely at the beginning of the month, you're feeling like there's something you don't know, but there's a mystery. And if you just trust your gut and trust how you're feeling about it, take off the blinkers. You can't trust your gut and be blind. You have to take off the blinkers, take off the blindfold, really pull your head out of the sand, but also be open to see something from a new perspective. Maybe think in a way that you don't usually think. Challenge your thoughts, but engage in the mystery. Don't shy away from the mystery. Try to engage with it. In the middle of the month, though, you feel like you can spring forward, charge forward with this triumphant success because you feel invigorated. You're charging through the desert on a stallion. You're seizing new opportunities. You've got fire flying from your helmet and your elbows. You're powerful and you're reveling in it. And the reds are strong. There's reds all through here. So you're going to really enjoy engaging with what you learn. And it's going to feel awesome. And you're going to feel safe. So don't shy away from trying to establish this. And this all leads to an amazing resolution. We're at the month, the sun is in your back. You are feeling this loved up, very important, special, loving master teacher. It's all about compassion and healing and spirituality and getting guidance and finding out the truth, finding out about human nature. So I think it's going to be successful for you because you'll move towards the light. You will have a perfect sense of self-love. And it's saying here that this card is more about balance. It's about balancing the quiet time and the public time, about balancing between introvert and extrovert. It's about balancing between the colorful and the dark. So I would suggest that when your head is feeling like you want to retreat, it's because you're in you're holding these swords so tightly across your chest and you're focused on the balance to move forward. And if we do 2 6s, 3s, lots of 6s, lots of 2s, 9s. So yeah, I would say to you, Libra, that it's an interesting month. You're going to have a bit of a wake-up call in the first week or so. Something's going to drop in. Some lamp of knowledge is going to illuminate. You're going to be able to revel and thrive with that knowledge. It's going to leave you in good position to move forward. Just remember that, life is a juggling act, whether it be being a parent, being a kid, having siblings, being the boss, being the worker. It's all about balance and maintaining that balance. Wowzers, that's an interesting reading. I'd love to chat with a Libran at the end of their month and see what happened. So, all the best for July, Libra, in 2025.